Okay? We'll continue with the word of the Most High. So you see, it's how Israel was rolling. It felt like Mashiach belonged to them because he came to them. But the Most High, through Mashiach had many disciples. Remember, he had 70 that he sent out 2 by 2. More than that. Besides the 12, you see? But that's just selfish. To think that you're the only one that the Most High is dealing with. You're the only one. And we just read how we know in part and prophesied in part. And this vast understanding of mysteries that's involved in this Bible, no man can say they have it all. Well, you don't need a Mashiach to come back and teach you. You should be teaching us right now. Stepping into place, like you say, hey, when that which is perfect and you perfect, you the one that's going to teach everybody of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua? Or just the Most High alone, whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, hearing with however you think right now before him. You going to say you know him like nobody else do? Better reconsider. Matthew 6 and 25. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Give them all glory and honor and praise. Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? So you're supposed to be concerned. So, you know, that's where the world have you. That's why they come up with all these different styles. And you see the change of what they call gear. Or they see how they come up with different clothing to put on. And if you can't sew, you got to buy whatever it is that's in the store. Why they got everybody running around with skinny jeans on, hanging off their butts and so forth? I mean, the crotch is only this big. You can't even pull them up. If you wanted to pull them up, you can't pull them up. Because the crotch ain't but this big. Come on. They're directing everything as they want to, but everybody worried about having whatever it is that's modern that's out there now. When they ain't nothing but recycling over and over and over again. Believe that. I remember I laughed at my old man and said, oh, you got double breasted when single breasted was out. He said, oh, ain't nothing but just everything just recycled. It's coming back. It'll be back. He said, when you're a certain age, it don't matter anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's why people are so worried about how they got to look this way, that way, whatever. Nah. Nobody look like us as Israelites anyway. But then you have Israelites, they out there in the world too. And we all, you know, got to deal with that. If you're going to go out there and buy something, what you going to buy? Just whatever's on the market. You see? So you got to be very particular what you deal with and how you're going to deal with it. That's why the main thing he's saying, don't be concerned about that. Because that's how they, I mean, we spent $1 trillion? Over $1 trillion, I heard. They don't have nothing to show for it. Get our money and spend it. Spend it, spend it, we don't save nothing. Why we don't have no corporations? All the money that we have, we can't even come together. That's why a kingdom divided itself shall not stand. But we're going to be together in the kingdom. When Mashiach come back and set order, we're going to be together then. And those that want to be together then, if you don't have that mindset of being together, you don't have the humility and the broken and contrite spirit that the Most High said you got to have to even to make it to the kingdom, then it's your kingdom now. You might as well enjoy it up. Because this is it. You're no different than the worldly cats that's out there making bucks right now. You might as well go out there and get your money and enjoy it, because you get ready for that lake of fire where the worms never die and the fires never quench. You don't have the right spirit before the Most High. You're going to be prideful, then you praying to the Most High. Are you serious? I don't understand that. The Most High never delivered us till we cried unto him. You ain't crying with no pride. Oppressors our people are. How you going to be prideful going to the throne of the Most High? better think again. He want a broken and contrite spirit. Blessed are the meek, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the humble. That's what he's saying, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. He that exalts himself shall be abased. He that humble himself shall be exalted. Mashiach told us these things. I mean, here's an example. Go against what he said. Because that's what you're doing anyway. If you allow anybody to exalt you, you're going against what he said. You better give the power to the Most High. Remember, Moses hit the rock twice. He said, speak to the rock. I'm going to bring forth his water. Moses hit the rock twice with his staff. Moses brought the water forth because Israel was thirsty. But he said, hey, because of that, you can't go to the kingdom. Showed him all the promised land, where the tribe's going to be. Took him way up in the mountain. Say, hey, look, up there, this is where this tribe going to be, that tribe going to be, this tribe going to be, that tribe going to be. And you go over there, you finished. It's over. And the Most High dealt with Moses not in visions and dreams. He sent the angel of the Most High directly to him to deal with him face to face. Ain't nobody ever seen the Most High. Understand that. But Moses didn't receive the understanding he got like everybody else. You see? But he still told him, hey, you go over there. Because you didn't give me the glory for bringing forth my water. That's the Most High's water that came from that rock. Because if he hit it twice, it came forth. What'd you think? People thought what? It was from Moses. Just like you think it's from you. No. You better give the Most High the glory. You better learn to say hallelujah to the Most High. But some of myself, really, because we're in the last days. He getting ready to start really showing off. Like he did in Egypt. We just came out of the Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread. Oh, he getting ready to really show off. So everybody gonna be scared of the Most High, and they're gonna be scared of a Mashiach Yahushua, and they're gonna be cleaving to Israel, the Israelites, as it is written. Where you gonna be at? That's the thing. Verse 26, it says, behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, they don't plant any crops, neither do they reap, neither do they harvest any crops, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? Aren't you better than the fowls? Must I take care of you? Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? You know, I think about that. I was like, wow. You know, being, you know, going down the Skid Row where there's, you know, thousands of people that's homeless in downtown Los Angeles. You don't see nobody walking around all skinny, you know, all like they malnutrition and so forth. You don't see that. They be eating. Most High take care of them. And they have the mindset to know how to survive. But if you ain't been there, then you don't know anything about what I'm saying. You can't relate. You're just looking at everybody's a drug addict. No, everybody's not a drug addict. Some people just tired of the wicked world that we all are living in. If you're in that condition that they're dealing with, you don't understand it. But blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I know one thing, they sure have a great memory without having Bibles open. You can look at some of the footage that I've done being in Skid Row. You hear them saying the answers to questions and so forth. Well, I ask people in the flesh and on the conference call, they don't know. And they got the Bibles open, should have them open. So you can't downplay people just because they're poor. Because theirs is the kingdom of heaven. They say this is heaven. This is where heaven's going to be. Well, we can't see it, but most people can. But if they humble, in order. Most of the time I see people that's just actively doing whatever they do in their life. They're more ordered than them. And they make sure everybody down there be in order. Don't embarrass them. Seen that too. Verse 27, which of you taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? Which one of you can think, I'm 6 feet, I want to be 6'5"? Can add nothing to your stature. And why take ye thought for raiment? Why you think take a thought for what you're going to put on? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Yeah. And Solomon was, man, he was one of the richest kings ever to live. They still looking for his mines. When Queen of Sheba came to see Solomon, she thought the doorman was Solomon. He was so decked out, his sharp. He said, hey, but he said that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these, like a lily. It says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which the day is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? See, that's the whole thing he's dealing with. Faith. Believing in the Most High. Letting it come forth from your mouth. And not just thought, but from your mouth. You believe in him, then you exalt him. You believe in the Mashiach Yahushua, you highly exalt him. Highly exalt the Most High, highly exalt the Mashiach Yahushua. Ye of little faith. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? You know, people are so technical, they got to eat certain things. No. So he's saying, don't take no thought of what you should eat. As long as you know the dietary law and you eating properly, he said, don't be questioning about food and so forth. What you going to drink? As long as it falls into the guidelines of the dietary law, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Well, after all these things do the Gentiles, these other nations, seek. Hear that? That's what they seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. Most High know what we need. You know, Lord Yah, He always find a way to come through, to show off. If you have faith in Him, but if you don't, then you're on your own. Think about it. If you don't have faith in Him, then who you have faith in? Only yourself. And people that you can be around or you can deal with, that's going to fail every time. In the eyes of the Most High, spiritually. Because you're not having faith in Him. And you're going to pay one way or another. Because you turn your back on Him. And you know what He's done to us. And He's doing to us. Until this day. But those that have eyes to see. For not following Him and having faith in Him and keeping His commandments. And having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, His only begotten Son. At this time. And fearing the Most High. And crying unto the Most High. That He can get us out of this captivity. From the oppressors. Those that are belittling us. And treating us like filth. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High. You know, you got to seek the kingdom of the Most High. And all His righteousness. All His righteousness. Which is what? Keeping of His laws. Doing what He say do. His rules and regulations. That's how you seek the kingdom of the Most High. By doing what He say do. You can't seek the kingdom of the Most High. And you off. You doing whatever you want to do. And it's against the laws of the Most High. Against His rules and regulations. You operate in a certain way that's showing that you really don't care about Him. I'm telling you, His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, seeing all the ways of man, and women, and children, and babies. Every entity is covered with the eyes of the Most High. And the angels will report to Him constantly too. On the right hand and the left hand. It says, take therefore no thought, verse 34, take therefore no thought for tomorrow. So Take no thought for tomorrow. For tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Hear that? Tomorrow, when the tomorrow comes, it's going to take thought for the things of itself. The things you got to deal with in that day. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. You hear that? Sufficient for this day and tomorrow is the evil that you're going to see in that day. Because he said, hey, look, the reason why he's saying that, because it tells you, Most High said, that evil going to be there. It's going to be there. Now, where you going to be at? In the spirit with the Most High? Spirit of a Mashiach Yahushua, or the spirit of yourself? Proverbs 16:4. The Most High have made all things for himself. Yeah. Even the wicked for the day of evil. It tell you in Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? So they cover the faces of the judges. The Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, all the children of Israel, they cover their faces to represent themselves. Listen, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart, proud in your mind, thinking you all that, conceited, arrogant, boastful, like you got it going on, most of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, you ain't giving praise to the Most High for exaltation of yourself. That's pride. Everyone that is proud in heart, your heart is your mind, is an abomination to the Most High. Break it down another way. Make it mean something different. This is what it said. Everyone that is proud in heart, in your mind, is an abomination to the Most High. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. No matter how you hold hands and march or whatever you do. You proud in your mind, you abomination to the Most High. That's why I say, you gotta be humble. Or this ain't for you. That's why I say sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Because we in the evil time. And it's gonna be that way until the end. That's why we gotta have the protection of the Most High and his angels. Romans 8:19. Romans 8:19. Romans 8:19. Therefore hath he mercy on whom so like it. Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. See? They're waiting for the manifestation of the Most High saints, the sons of the Most High. The angels, all creation, waiting on the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. See? They're waiting on us. Because they can't do anything. The angels on the right hand, they only can do whatever they know from the right hand. Angels on the left hand, they only can do whatever they know from what? The left hand. You know, they would love to have all that we are, you know, can benefit in knowing as the children of Israel. It's very important that we glorify the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua in allowing us just to know what we know. The little that we know, the part. Just a little. Because remember, we know in part and prophesying in part. Nobody have it all. See. Look at 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Hear that? We're looking for a new heavens, Salakia, and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, without sin, and blameless. See? That's why it's important for us to know his laws, and not only to know them, but to apply them in our life. 1 Timothy 4:14. 1 Timothy 4:14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. So don't neglect the gift that's in you. Because that's what I say, the angels are waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. Say, neglect not the gift that's in you, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the Presbyterian. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself, to yourself, and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. You know? The doctrine is very important. You know, certain things that the Most High, we can look at our ancestors who are the children of Israel, who we are, and look at how they operated and what worked. At least as far as I am concerned, that's what helped me to see what I see in the spirit. Because they would go back to what worked, and they would continue to do the same thing that worked before. The only time we came out of captivity is when we cried to the Most High. We humbled ourselves, we fasted, prayed, we cried to the Most High. And he had pity on us, hearing our cry. But if you're arrogant, then you don't need to be saved. You're already in your highlight of life. That's all you need. Hebrews 5:12. All you that feel like that, I mean, what can I say? Except for what we're hearing through the Spirit today. Hebrews 5:12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again. See, a lot of you out there teachers, but you have a need that someone teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. You know, no matter how long you've been in this truth, long you say, like you say by the years that you've been in, that we are the same. We not all the same. I don't put myself in the position of someone else. I know in part, prophesy in part. You know in part, prophesy in part. Some things, yeah, we all are in need to be taught certain things over again. Getting that milk, if it's something that you don't know. Like I said, we know in part, prophesy in part. There's something that you might think you knew, or we thought we knew, and somebody said, this is the way it is. But if your mind is closed to the Spirit, then you can't see it. That's why I never close my mind up to the Spirit, because a lot of things that you're looking at that the Most High is giving to this man, that man, this man, that man. But you have to know the doctrine before you're going to go out there and look at all these different doctrines of things that people are saying. You say, that's right and that's wrong. Can you decipher that? No. But if you're going out there listening to everybody and you're a novice, you just coming into this, then yeah, you could be led astray. Next thing you know, you done came up with your own doctrine that's contrary to everybody's doctrine. That's what's happening. Like a lot of people coming in, these new cats, they coming in, these newbies, these new age Israelites coming in, trying to change what the elders had brought forth years ago. And it still coincides with people that never were taught under the elders. Don't even know nothing about it. the elders. You see, I know people that's in Africa that I communicate with that pretty much we on the same page. Especially for Baha Shema Mashiach Yahushua. That's like, hey, this is real, people. It's the spirit of the Most High. I seen him come through with different aspects of the change that we have to have. And watching the change. Where everybody's saying now, repent and keep the laws of the Most High. That's something new. You didn't hear everybody saying that. But hallelujah to the Most High. By Shalom Mashiach Yahushua, that at least asking the Most High for forgiveness. To ask him for forgiveness takes what? Humility. He gonna forgive you and you stand up there prideful before him. You sound like the man that say, I did this and I did that and I do that. I ain't like this publican and I'm better than him, you know. And the publican standing there with his head down. He didn't even lift up his head to the Most High. I gave the example. It ain't about nothing. It ain't about nothing to the Most High. But the man that's humble before him, knowing he's I'm a sinner, I'm just confessing his sins, repenting, showing a better aspect of attitude than him that's boastful before the Most High. Man, you gotta understand the Most High. Most High said, I will melt you. He gonna melt people. Dang. And you gonna be boastful before him? If you could really be before him in reality. Because your mind is not spiritually sound to think you can go before the Most High without a humble spirit. You crazy. You done lost your mind. You've been lost your mind and other people that's following you going, their mind's lost too. Because they will follow suit. Same way. Tell the Most High, yeah, just what I said, let it be. How you gonna tell the Most High that? And say it just like I said. What does amen mean? Oh, so be it. Let it be. What I said, let it be. What? You better be giving the Most High the glory. I know that. He gonna visit this earth, and he gonna be tearing a whole lot of people's butts up for a lesser word. You gonna see a whole lot of change in people's spirits as the Most High start to visit. You releasing that mercy and grace. You know, this is really, really sound doctrine in seeing what he says he's gonna do. And I pray that he show off more and more and more. Because everybody calling him Mother Nature, La Nina, El Nino, global warming and all that. That's the Most High. Tornadoes, hurricanes, fires. That's the Most High. Sending his spirits, representing him. That's where, right here on this earth, occupying the space that they're in, waiting for the commandments of the Most High. And they're not going to break his commandments. They're in order. They're going to do exactly what he said. You see, I mean, the Most High allowed Satan to go into the elements and cause a tornado to blow down Job's children. They was kicking it in their brother's house, killed them. That's who we serve. But he can't do that to you. With your prideful self, you gotta humble yourself before the Most High humble you. And before Mashiach Yahushua in the judgment, and you say you were warned, but you didn't hear the warning. Go to James, 3rd chapter. Verse 14. James 3 and 14. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, you have bitter envying and strife in your minds, glory not. Don't be glorying to the Most High. You got this, I mean, what more can I say? That goes into pride. You got bitter envying and strife in your hearts, in your minds, glory not, and lie not against the truth. Don't be lying against the truth. You lying against the truth. When you got bitter envy and strife in your minds, don't be glorying, like all glory to the Most High. Say, don't even say that. Say, and lie not against the truth, because you lying against the truth. Verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, Hear that? This wisdom, this proper application of knowledge does not descend from the Most High, but is earthly. Hear that? Is earthly, sensual, devilish. It's earthly. You're dealing with your emotions, and it's devilish. You're working with the devil. You ain't working with the Most High. That's why I say it ain't from above. Listen to what he said. But if ye have bitter envy and strife in your hearts, in your minds, glory not. Don't be glorying. And lie not against the truth. You got that kind of spirit, you lying against the truth. So it ain't coming from the Most High. He letting you know it ain't coming from above. The Most High said the heavens can't contain him. Say, heaven is my throne. Earth is my footstool. Listen to what he said. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. So you ain't rolling right. You ain't rolling right. This is what it said. For where envying and strife is, you envy someone. I mean, what reason do you have to envy anyone? That's why the Most High say he hate a poor man that's prideful. You ain't got a damn thing, but yet still you envying somebody that don't have nothing like you don't have anything. When you really look at it. Because everything you see here is going to be toast. It's going to be fried. Period. Burnt up. So, you know, you better let your treasure be those in heaven, not on this earth. Where the Most High, the angels, Mashiach Yahushua, the angels dwell. Or look for that hellfire. That's what's waiting on you. See? This is what he say. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. You're working with the devil. That's why it says sensual and devil. You deal with emotions and you're dealing with the devil. You know? Period. So you can't be like that. And with all that comes what? Pride. Your pride. Somebody hurt your pride, so therefore you deal with envying the person. You got bitter envy. You want to argue back and forth because of your pride. Psalms 51 and 7. Psalms 51 and 7. See, some things we got to go to the milk on. And that's all of us. But we got to be taught. Certain things, not just on the word, certain things you don't know how to do. Somebody can teach you how to do it. You see? And some things that we've done as a nation, we are subject to learning from each other. Just a moment.